Today's power passage. Today's power passage. Today's connecting passage. The Bible in a year.
Hey Trail Riders, welcome back to the Daily Ride. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be talking about personal presence. The power thought, or the power passage, comes to us from Acts 2:2-4, which says, "And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a mighty rushing wind, and it filled the whole house where they were sitting. Then there appeared on them divided tongues as of fire, and one sat down on each of them, and they were filled with the Holy Spirit." Our thought today is, Lord, help me show the others the cross of Christ and the power of the Holy Spirit in my life. Connecting passage for today is Joel 2:28, Luke 24:52 and 53, John 16:15, Acts 2:17-39, and 2 Corinthians 5:16. The scriptures that get us through the Bible in a year is Deuteronomy 30, Psalm 119:73-96, Isaiah 57, and Matthew chapter 5. One thing has always amazed me. The disciples did not weep when Christ left them. They never showed any nostalgia or the good old days. Luke tells us that after he ascended out of their sight, they returned to Jerusalem with great joy and were continually in the temple praising and blessing God. Why did they display such a remarkable reaction at the departure of Jesus? The answer is coming with the coming of the Holy Spirit. When Jesus was present, they were only eyewitnesses of his power. But when the day of Pentecost came, they were more than eyewitnesses. They possessed power themselves and experienced the divine presence personally. It was different from when Jesus was with them. The personal sense of the presence of God is nowhere said to be just for the disciples alone, as if they were some kind of elite band. Peter said the promise is to you and your children, and to all that are afar off, as many as the Lord our God will call. He quoted the promise from the prophet Joel, where God said, "I will pour out my spirit on all the flesh." Wesley observed that this promise is not only for the day of Pentecost, it described the normal Christian experience, as does the whole book of Acts. Another curious fact is that although Jesus told the disciples to take bread and wine in memory of him, they never used the language remembering. One does not remember a person with whom he or she lives. He is a living and abiding presence by the Spirit. From now on, we regard no one according to the flesh. Even though we have known Christ according to the flesh, yet we now know him thus no longer. To be filled with the Spirit makes us alive to Jesus, which is even better than being alive when Jesus was on earth. Note too that the Spirit does not come to talk about himself, but to reveal Jesus. Paul said that he preached Jesus crucified with the power and the demonstration of the Spirit. If we only preach the power of the Spirit without the cross, we short-circuit the very power we preach about. The Spirit's primary interest is in the cross. We do not preach power, but the gospel of the cross, which is the power of God by the Spirit. Thoughts for our quiet time are as this. Deuteronomy 33:25 and Philippians 4:13 says this to us. As thy days, so snail thy strength be. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He will not impose upon you one needless burden. He will not exact more than he knows your strength will bear. He will ask no Peter to come to him on the water unless he impart at the same time strength and support on the unstable waves. He will not ask you to draw water from a well that is too deep or to withdraw the stone that is too heavy. But neither at the same time will he admit as an impossibility that which, as a free and responsible agent, it is in your power to avert. He will not regard as your misfortune what is your crime. This was a quote by Macduff. God bless you guys. I hope you'll continually follow me here on the Daily Ride, and I'll see you on the next trail ride.